who is going to step up for the defense after Fred is going down? That's a big question. I mean, in terms of leadership and seniority, and even from a contract perspective, Bonta, you'd think Demo Lenore on the secondary is the man to step up. On the defensive line, I mean, you're relying on rookies and guys like Bryce Huff and Sam Okwa. I mean, linebacker core, it's two guys who are having their first year in terms of D winners full-time, and now Tatum Bethune. But we have seen teams in the past being led by secondary players. I think it's got to be Demo now as a leader in that locker room. What do you think?
Yeah, no doubt in the locker room, but you need somebody on the field, right? And Demo, as a secondary member, is not going to play in the run game as much as these front seven members, right? So it's got to be D Winters. I'm looking at D Winters here saying, hey, he's the veteran in that locker room right now, in that linebacker room. It's time for him to step up and use his voice. These rookies, so you're going to have to grow up quickly, right? Michael Williams, you're the first-round pick. The 49ers have invested a lot of stock into you coming out of Georgia. They expect you to be here for the next 10 years. Maybe it's your time to grow up a little faster, who, by the way, Michael Williams was a leader in that Georgia Bulldog locker room, so he has it within him. So, but we're talking about replacing a Hall of Fame talent, a guy who's on his way to the Hall of Fame, one of the best linebackers, not just in the game today, but we're talking about in 49ers football history. And I'm not saying that lightly here with guys like Patrick Willis, Ken Norton Jr., Keena Turner, of course. I mean, there's a rich history here at the linebacker spot, and just replacing Fred Warner here, Jay and Carlos, it's easier said than done. So, it's going to be all hands on deck here. I don't think one person can replace the leadership and the vocal leadership that Fred Warner brought to the table.
Yeah, no one can replace Fred Warner. Just is what it is. He is a one of one, especially when it comes to being a guy who's a leader off the field, on the field, in the locker room. You just can't do it. I spoke to several defensive players, and they said it's going to have to be all 11. They're going to all have to work together to not replace him, but that's the only way they're going to win games. They all have to do it. They've relied on Fred Warner. Fred Warner cleans up everything that happens that gets past the first level. Now they're all going to have to make sure they're on their assignments. That's where they actually lost the game in Tampa. It was because of missed assignments. They actually didn't play poorly once Fred Warner lost the field. It was just a few plays where they had allowed explosives. They can't let that happen. Fred Warner's not there to clean it up, and so they all have to do their job. Really, it is a do their job game.
Yep.